this is Barbara again, and we're working on level 3, lesson 7, and I really am glad to hear that you're watching today. We have with us Mr. Chuck, my stand-in student, also my husband of 50 years, so I'm going to keep him.
Oh, you're going to tell all
Tell
my friends.
personal stories. And Miss Lynn, who has graciously taped us, and my daughter Kathy is hiding in the back. A lot of you know her too. All right, so this week, Marge sends her regards, and Mr. Lloyd, and we're going to be working on, this is review, what a double negative is, and then we were going to be working on some coupons. Now, you may say, well, coupons is just a stupid thing, but there's so much stuff in a coupon, sometimes I get confused what's going on. So we're just going to go over the different parts of it and what's on a coupon you need to know about. But first we're going to do just a little bit of review from last week. A double negative is 2 or more negative words used in one sentence. Using 2 negatives turns a sentence into a positive instead of a negative. Okay, this is just review. There's 2 quick sentences here. Now this is one, I picked 2 today that people use a lot. I hear these all the time. I may even say them. First one, I don't know nothing about it. Now Miss Lynn will pretend she has a teenager like we did the other time. And Miss Lynn's teenager, I bet $1 million that he has said this sentence. I don't know nothing about it. She's shaking her head yes, so that's a positive over there. So anyway, if you were doing correct grammar, you would say, I don't know what, Chuck?
Anything.
Anything.
That's normal.
Anything, that's normal. But most people, what are they going to say? I don't know, I know nothing about it, okay? Now, where's our 2 negatives here? Kathy, I'm going to pick on you. You're student number 2 back there. Where's the 2 negatives in this sentence?
Don't and nothing.
Don't, the apostrophe denotes a missing letter, which would be O, which would make it not, and nothing. When they say, I don't know nothing about it, you can say, yes, you do. You just admitted it. Okay? Here's another one. And I've been known to say this upon occasion.
Oh.
I can't find my keys nowhere. You're frantically looking at your keys. I can't find them nowhere. And the 2 no's will be not. We have the apostrophe in the contraction. And the other no would be nowhere. And what would you say, Mr. Chuck? What would be the proper way to say that?
I cannot find my keys.
Very good. Now, what did he say that's different from what's written up here? What did he do? I don't know if you could hear him again. Say it again, Chuck.
I cannot find my keys.
Okay, the first, I thought you said can't, but you did say cannot. So I cannot find my keys. Only 1 no. Okay? So he's good for double negatives. All right, now we have just going to hold this up for a second. Mr. Chuck's going to help me here. Just a couple words to go over. One of them is purchase. Let's say this together. Purchase. A purchase is something you buy. Pretty simple. The next one is what? Fabric. It's a little hard to pronounce. Fabric. Fabric is a piece of material, or see how Chuck's shirt is made of like a cotton. A lot of times you buy a piece of cotton material and you sew it and make something. And here's a really tough one. Guess, Mr. Chuck.
Helium.
Ha, you already knew, he cheated. Helium. And helium is a type of gas. Okay? That's just a couple of things we want to go over before we start this lesson, so you'll have an idea a little bit later what I'm talking about. All right. Now, we have several kinds of coupons here. Some of these are pretend ones, some of these are real ones, but they're different kinds. This one's from one of my favorite stores, Hobby Lobby, okay? This one here is one of Chuck's favorite stores, Harbor Freight. This was for everybody's favorite store that they have to go to, they like it or not, which is a grocery store. And this one is everybody's favorite, Burger King.
That's where that went.
He was looking for that coupon for dinner, huh? Anyway, they all look different. They don't look the same. But they all are different types of coupons. Now, if you look at this grocery ad, and you say, oh man, I'm going to buy me a $6.99 a pound roast. That's a little high, but we'll pretend that's a good price. Let's go for 2 for $5 ice cream. That's even better.
Yeah.
That's good. But that is not a coupon item. That is just an item that's for sale. A coupon is when you have to have an actual, see how they have the little dotted line on here? When you have to have a piece of paper, or you have to have a thing off the internet. Coupons can come on the internet. Then you have to cut them up, or you have to show them to the person before you get your bargain. Now, let's look at the word saved. Yes, Chuck?
The little bar thing down there, I forget what it's called, up on the shoppers.
Uh-huh.
Is that necessary, or do you have to have that if that's there?
It depends. Some coupons have it, some coupons do not. The ones that have it, usually they scan it. And what it is similar to this Hobby Lobby coupon. It has a code number on it. And they put that in a cash a cash register. That code number will bring up the coupon, or tell them if that coupon's any good. These ones, they just scan. They don't have a number. These ones have a number. Notice they don't have a barcode. The Harbor Freight has one. This Shoppers ad has one. So that's pretty much it. Okay. Now, when you save is a word that we use with coupons, because when we go to the grocery store, we want to be thrifty, or we want to get paid the least amount of money for something we want to. So coupons will save us money. Another definition of save is to rescue from danger or possible harm. So just tuck that in the back of your mind. We're going to use that a little bit later. Okay, let's look at the Hobby Lobby one. Okay, pretty easy. Oh man, I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and I'm going to buy 10 skeins of yarn, and I'm going to get them all for 40% off. Woohoo! We have yarn in the for the buckets in our house. However, it says what? One item at regular price. Pooh. You can't even get 40% off a sale item. Okay, most of them will have, they'll maybe have this big header at the top, but they always have a million exceptions at the bottom. They always will have a date, ordinarily as norm. This coupon was valid through March 1st, 2014. It's a pretend coupon. This coupon here says, now good through June 30th. This one says 4 days only. This one here is too little to read, but it's there, believe me. So they usually have, they're going to have what the bargain is, a date when it's go through, and some kind of a code so that whoever's checking you out knows which coupon this is. Now we're going to go over the Hobby Lobby one first. I don't expect you to be able to read this, but you can grab any coupon you want off the paper, off the internet, just take a look at it. It will probably have some of these things. This one says, offer is good for one item at regular price only. One coupon per customer per day. Pooh! Kathy and I love to buy yarn. So if we go in together, we can only get one coupon, or I can get a coupon. So we could possibly get 40% off, but that's it. Must present coupon at time of purchase. Oh man, I left my coupon at home in a cookie jar. Psst, no good. Okay, now they have a lot online, which is handy. We do that at Harbor Freight. We never had that Harbor Freight ad when we go to Harbor Freight. So we go on the internet, we look up the coupon real quick, and we're good to go. So that is one way to go. That's nice nowadays. So you have to have the coupon to get your bargain. Excludes. Okay, this is the thing you can't get. I don't even know what Circuit products are, but you can't buy them for 40% off. You can buy them, but you're not going to get your deal. It says machine helium. Why would they have helium at Hobby Lobby? It's a gas. You blow up things with it. Yes, Chuck?
To fill balloons.
To fill balloons, that's correct. So if you get a helium balloon, you're not going to get 40% off of it. Aha, tricky, aren't they? Okay, now fabric is, it's a whole 9 yards, right? If you don't know what fabric is, it's just like a big hunk of material. Or like a tablecloth, we'll say, is made of a hunk of material. So one single cut of fabric. In other words, fabric is sold by the yard. Now this pointer is probably a little less than a yard, and we'd say a yard of material might say sell for $3.45. So we're going to get 40% off of one piece of material. One cut means material is sold in a big bolt where they take the material and they wrap it around this piece of cardboard. They may have 150 yards on that bolt, who knows? But this sale is only for one cut. So if you get 6 yards and you cut it, you get 40% off your 6 yards because that's one piece. If you get a half a yard, you get 40% off your half a yard. Okay. Now, limited to 10 yards. So they say, hey, sucker, I'm not giving you 40% off of a bunch of material, just 10 yards. Single cut. Now, here's something that's interesting. In most coupons, legally you're supposed to have this. It's called the cash value. And this cash value of this coupon is 1/10 of a cent. Okay, now I'm just going to go over a percentage real quick, and we're going to move on a little bit more, but 40% off. Okay, here's a math program for you. We're going to let Kathy do this. She's a math genius in our house. She's really good at coupons. She collects so much, she saves us a bunch of money. So I said to her, Kathy, I want to buy this dollar bookmark, right? It's written, it's $1. And we didn't buy anything else at Hobby Lobby. We had been buying so much stuff. We didn't buy anything else. So that's the most expensive item we had. It was $1. So we go up there and we said, okay, I'm going to use my 40% off coupon. How much would I pay for that bookmark, Kat? She said, no. Okay.
You would pay
She's thinking 60 cents.
60 cents, yeah.
Okay. And you laugh.
Maybe you're wrong.
And I'm not making fun of Kathy at all. She's one of the smartest people I know. But the point is, you got to know what 40% is, so you know how much you're saving. The idea is to get some big expensive thing and get your 40% off, not some little tiny thing. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a minute.
About 5 minutes left.
Let's wait not enough time. Okay, I'll make it fast. Okay, here's the coupon. On this particular coupon, they have a sale for 4 days only. They're going to give you $10 if you spend $50. They're going to give you $10 back if you spend $50. That's a good coupon. Okay, this one of my favorite ones. For $3.99, you can get 2 Whopper Junior sandwiches, French fries. Oh, that's a good price. One Whopper costs like $4. So you're saying you get like half. And you have to go through and see what one costs, what the items on the coupon would cost individually, add it up and see if this is a deal or no deal. Okay, we're going to move on. All right, we have down here just a couple idioms. I don't know if you can hold that up for me again. An idiom is a few words together that you don't usually put together that say something. Now, March has done some of these with you already. Bite the bullet. Are we going to bite a bullet? No, it's not literally. What we're going to do is do something maybe we've been avoiding to do. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Hit the sack. Why would we want to hit a sack?
To sleep.
Good idea. Okay.
I love that.
Hit the sack means to sleep.
Slow down.
Okay. Call it a day. What's that mean?
To quit.
To quit. Yeah, you're not going to say, bye, I'm going to dial up a day. Kathy loves this about 4:30, 5:30, whenever she comes. So call it a day. In other words, you're done with your day. And time flies. Does time fly?
No.
Does it go shh like a bird? Nope. What's that mean, student Kathy? Time flies.
It's going quickly.
It's going very quickly. Very good. Okay, and we're going to do this real quick. I'm just going to point it and we're going to say it together. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
All together. You ready? Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Temperature.
Temperature.
It's a hard one. Drawer.
Drawer.
Drawer. I'll get it. Drawer. Okay, that was bad at that one. Awesome.
Awesome.
Equinox. This is a 50-cent word. Equinox. And I was going to do a lot of stuff, but we're running out of time, so just take it as when the day and the night are exactly the same. You have just as much daylight as you have nighttime. Okay? And we don't have time to go into much about that right now. Okay, here's
We
one
have
that.
time.
Oh, do you? Okay. Right now we are in what's called daylight savings time. You remember you all had to put your clocks back? Ahead, I'm sorry. You fall ahead and spring back. So in the fall, you do that. And what you're doing is you have less daylight. What, Chuck?
Spring ahead.
Spring ahead, yeah.
Fall back.
Fall back, that's correct.
You said it opposite.
I did say it opposite, I'm sorry. That's why I bring them along to keep me straight. Anyway, right now we're in the fall time and we went through daylight savings time. What that means is we have less hours of daylight. Now, if you get up in the morning, you go to work, your little kids get on the school bus, there's lots of things you'd rather do in the daylight than you would at night. Like I'd rather wake up and have it be daylight than dark. I'd rather have my kids play outside at 6 o'clock in the light than it would at 6 o'clock in the dark. So what daylight savings time does is it puts the time so it matches up the daylight hours when the times aren't the same. When it's the equinox, you have the same amount of daylight as you do darkness. So what happens in the spring? When we're working on towards the spring months, excuse me, we have more daylight than dark. Okay? Just a little issue on this. We're going to put this aside. All right, now, this is our verse, and it's taken from Acts 16. It says, Jesus saves. Okay. And it says, the actual verse says, believe in the Lord, and you will be, Lord Jesus, and you will be saved. It kind of splits in the middle there. Okay, now remember our definitions for save. To rescue from danger or possible harm, or be thrifty. Now, this verse is not a coupon to say it's gonna cost less. It has nothing to do with money. It's talking about being saved from sin. As a Christian person, you may not believe this, or I just want you to be aware of it. It may be something totally different in your religion, but as a Christian person, what we believe is that when you accept Jesus as your Savior, you believe in Jesus, you're saved from your sins. It's a Christian principle. It has nothing to do with money. But look how words are in the English language mean lots of things, and that's why it's so hard to learn the English language. When we look at this coupon, we're going to say, oh yay, we're going to save some money. Kathy and I are going to buy 20 spools of yarn. When we look at this verse, we look at something much important to us, much more personal to us. It says that I feel in my particular life that Jesus saves. Jesus is going to take care of me. Okay, do we have any questions?
No?
I know what that means, but everybody's waving at me and pointing at me. I'm supposed to know what all it says, but I think it's time that they're saying it's time to end. So it's been so much fun to have you, and I appreciate you watching. And you'll be watching Marge in between after this lesson, and she hasn't told me what she's doing yet, so it's going to be a surprise. You never know, but I'm sure she's going to have some idioms, and she's going to have a Bible verse, and she's going to have some things that will help you speak English much better. And thanks a lot for your time. You have a good night.